Hey sisters, so it's your girl Coach J coming back with another video. Thank you for tuning in to this one. And if you clicked on it, you probably share something in common with me that I want to first start off by saying I'm sorry that we have this in common with each other. I'm gonna try not to cry during this video. Right? I'm gonna try not to cry during this video. So if you see me doing weird stuff like I'm trying to hold back tears, I might cry because I don't want you to feel like you can't do that, especially watching this, because this is a safe space. So today's topic is about not having a mother on Mother's Day. The feelings and emotions that come with not having a mother on Mother's Day. Whether you just lost your mom, maybe years ago, or like this video is for you and to provide you with some type of solace and some type of comfort and letting you know that you're not alone and that there's other women or people out there like you that are facing what you're facing on this day that's supposed to be the celebratory day. So, see, I'm already getting choked up. So, let's get right into it. Please like, comment, follow, share, subscribe to this channel. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your views. So, let's just get right into it. So, a little bit about my own story with my mom. My mom passed away when I was 13, March of 2007, and I was 13 years old, right? And I don't remember my first Mother's Day without my mom. I don't remember my first Mother's Day without my mom. I remember some of the Mother's Days that we spent together. My mom was super fun. She was beautiful. She was flawed in her own ways, but she was just amazing. And I look like exactly like my mom. I look exactly like my mom. And some years are a lot harder than others. Like, the hardest days for me are like celebratory events for me that I wish I could share with her, like the birth of my son, graduating with my college degree, graduating from high school, prom. Those days were really, really hard, and it's not really the days that are supposed to be hard. Like Christmas Day is not hard. Mother's Day usually isn't hard for me. Holidays really aren't hard for me. They say, like, I guess that people go through like this depressive time, especially when they've lost people that are really, really close to them. But I'm not really like affected around those times. I feel like my brother takes it harder than I do around certain times. But for some odd reason, this past year has just been super hard. Like her birthday, when her birthday came around, it was so hard. It was so hard. I cried a lot around her birthday, and she passed away March 23rd. So March 23rd, it wasn't that hard. I don't think I cried. It was just kind of like a surreal feeling. But this year this is the 16th Mother's Day that I haven't had a mom. And my son is 2 now. My son is 2. And I found out I was pregnant with my son April 30th. So this is my second Mother's Day being a mom, and my third Mother's Day, like, kind of being celebrated. Because, now they have the expecting mothers and the mothers that maybe had somebody have a child pass away. They kind of include all of the moms into Mother's Day. So this is my second Mother's Day actually having my son here. And my first Mother's Day, I don't think I had my son. His dad decided to keep him for me. Well, no, my son's first Mother's Day. This is his third Mother's Day. I calculated that wrong. I don't know how I got that wrong, but he was born in January of 2021. So I got 2021, 2022, and this is 2023. So this is my third Mother's Day. So my first Mother's Day, I spent it with my son, and we went out to eat, and I think I was just so thankful that I was a mom. My second Mother's Day, I didn't have my son. I was closing on my first rental property, so I was traveling on business, and I didn't have my son. And then this is my third Mother's Day. I don't know what it is, but this year is super hard for me. I thought that I needed my mom, like, because I was so young when she passed away. I was 13, so I was just getting into boys. I was about to go to high school, you know, a lot of that stuff. So I thought that I needed her then. Girl, no. It's now, right? And I think that's what makes it so hard is I really need her now that I am, you know, 30, about to be 30, and I'm thinking about building a family, and it's not like little puppy love. It's like real decisions as it comes to men and relationships and co-parenting and figuring out how to operate from healthy spaces. It's figuring that stuff out, right? Figuring out who I am, how to show up for myself and my children, or just having like a mom there to like say, oh, I love you, or it's okay, or you're doing a good job. Because no matter how much other people accept you or show up for you, you know, it's nobody like your mom. It's nobody like your mom. So I try to remain like super happy and positive and grateful, definitely grateful for the people that God has sent into my life to step up, or to just be a guidance, or to just be, you know, an elder to me, and to support me and to love on me, right? And I appreciate God for those people. However, there's nobody like your mom. There's nobody like your mom. And you kind of go through this state of feeling like you don't belong anywhere. And for a long time, I tried to like force myself into situations or force myself into positions to where I belong, right? And that's getting close to my friends' moms, that's getting close to my boyfriend's moms, that's, you know, just getting close to older women and wanting to be taken under their wing, because I really needed a mom. I need one now, you know, I miss my mom. Just wanting some type of normalcy in my life, because nobody wants to have that sympathy running over their head. Nobody wants to be the girl with, you know, the deceased mom, or the girl that doesn't have a mom, or the person that doesn't have a mom. And, you know, you kind of get tired of crying over it, and people feeling bad for you, and you don't want it. So, you know, you just try to kind of normalize your reality. And by doing that, it could push out the memories of your mom. And I found myself doing that. I found myself trying to put myself in the reality of normalcy, which means that kind of just acting like it didn't happen, or operating as if it didn't happen, and just moving forward like, okay, yeah, that happened, but that's in the past, and, you know, people die, and, you know, it's a part of life. But I'm just here to tell you, like, it's okay to sit in it, no matter how long it's been. It's been 16 years since my mom passed away, and on year 16, I'm sitting here on YouTube making a video on how much I miss her, because I do. And another thing that I wanted to kind of hit on was, don't hold people to this standard of having to show up for you because you have a person that passed away that's close to you. I think one of the major mistakes or things that I wish I wouldn't have done was, and this is not saying don't lean on people, because when you're grieving is not a step-by-step process and then it's over. Grieving is okay, acceptance, denial, whatever, but on any day of any year, you can jump back into one step, right? Any given step. One day it'll be like, I accept this, I know that this is my reality, it hurts, but I've accepted it. And then the next day you could be in denial, like, I just can't fucking believe that my mom left me here to deal with this ghetto ass shit, like, and that's totally normal and it's totally okay. So, but however, what I mean by don't hold people to this unrealistic expectation is, I think for a long time I tried to turn other people into my mom, and I was constantly let down. I was constantly disappointed, and it made me resent them. But they can't be her. Your mom is a one of one. She's a one of one. And if you have her here and you're watching this video, treat her as such. Because I don't ever want you to have to come back and watch this video and you understand what I'm saying, because you're in my shoes. So treat your mom like she's a one of one. And in the unfortunate event that she passes away, understand, I feel like that's a big part of it, is understanding that she was a one-on-one and that she can't be replaced. Because once you start trying to replace them and get people to fill their shoes and all this other stuff, you put these unrealistic expectations on people. You came from her. That person that you came from would literally die for you. My son, I would die for Nas. I don't want to, but I would, because I love him so much. I would fight the world for him. And people love you, but it's just not the same kind of love that comes from a mom, right? It's just not the same. Make somebody live up to it, or try to put somebody in those shoes, right? And I tried to do that so many times, and it ended up failing. And I ended up resenting them, disliking them, and not wanting them to be a part of my life anymore. And it wasn't their fault, it was mine, because I shouldn't have placed those unrealistic expectations on them. Another thing I want to talk about is the grieving process. Don't be hard on yourself about grieving. The crazy part is, like, after the funeral and like a couple months later, you start to feel like everybody forgot, and now you're left to deal with this. I remember one time it was after my mom died, and it was just us in the house. My brother was raising me, and that was probably like the most peaceful time after my mom died, because after my mom died, all hell broke loose in my life. Like, shit just went downhill, for real. But there was a small period after my mom died that it was just me and my brother in the house, like, literally leaning and depending on each other. And we were making spaghetti. And I remember just being like, oh my gosh, is this what it's gonna be like from now on? Like, and it wasn't because, like, our lives were terrible. I mean, we had just lost our mom, so shit was pretty bad, but like, we had a good day that day. We went grocery shopping. It was like we were trying to figure out how to live without her, because you have to do that. That's a big step in processing or grieving, and losing a parent is figuring out how to live without them. And we were figuring that out. At 13 and 21 and 20, we were figuring out how to, like, live without our primary parent. We had cooked spaghetti and went grocery shopping and neither one of us like really knew what the fuck we was doing in the kitchen. We just kind of like had seen enough that we could piece it together, and we decided to like tag team that shit. But I just remember like sitting on the couch like, damn, we gotta do this every day. We gotta figure out how to move without her here physically every day. And I get tired of hearing like she's here like in spirit. Like, yeah, but that shit don't really do much for me some days. Some days I can feel her presence, and you know, and she'll send me signs that she's with me. But some days she seems so far away. Some days I can't remember her voice. Some days I can't remember her smile. And each day you just have to like figure out how you're gonna like get through life without this person being here physically with you. And the great part, which leads me to my next part, my father was like super duper active. He was super duper active, and he was super duper supportive. My dad didn't even show up to my mom's funeral. You just realize like how important your mom is. You just realize like how important she is, because I'm happy to know fathers now that put their children first and the needs of their children first. But I was that kid that my mom was my dad and my mom. She was both. She was both. And when she passed away, I lost both parents. My dad was around, but it was like on his timing. It wasn't like when I needed him to be there. It was when it was convenient for him. And I still have resentment towards him now, because like in therapy they talk about like the adult me will fuck somebody up about child me, okay? The grown me that's trying to heal and forgive despises people that mistreated me when I lost my mom, because I didn't have nobody to defend me. That I felt like I should have been protected and loved at that time. It makes me want to be on defense when it comes to those individuals, right? It's okay to miss your mom today, on Mother's Day, on Sunday, because it's a Wednesday. It's okay to miss your mom. It's okay to long for her. Celebrate her today. Do things that she will want you to do. Do things she would have enjoyed. If you are a mom without a mother on Mother's Day, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself, because you are so worthy of being celebrated. This shit ain't easy. Motherhood is not easy. And I look on with envy at the people that have moms to help guide them through motherhood. I look on with envy at my friends that are moms and they have their mothers here to be grandmothers to their children. I wish a million times a day that I had that, because my mom would be so in love with my baby. But you know what? If you have that, cherish it. Cherish it. And celebrate yourself. Even if nobody else wants to celebrate you, celebrate your damn self, because you're worthy of being celebrated. Enjoy your baby. If you got a babysitter and you just want that one day off from being a parent, bitch, I feel you. Do that. And I really hope that this video gives you some type of comfort. If you have a mom that is here that is not active in your life, do whatever you can with respecting your own boundaries and protecting your own peace to make amends, especially if it's over a small spat or something that can be resolved, or something that if something happened to her today, you would feel like it wasn't even worth it. Talk to your mother. talk to your mother. Talk to her. Because, like I said before, your mom is one of one, and can't nobody fill her place. And if you try to fill her place, you're going to be so disappointed. I'm so sorry that this video was heavy. I told y'all I was going to try to cry, child, but this is very therapeutic for me. I hope it was therapeutic for you. And thank you for sharing your space with me, sister. Like, comment, and subscribe.